Where's my other sock?
Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome to another episode of the Film Life Vlog. Hey, I'm so excited today. It's a beautiful day today. Nice, warm summer day today. And I just came back from my favorite Goodwill store. And I came back with this beautiful box of goodies here, and this whole box of cameras here cost me $15, and so I'm here and I'm going to go through these and I'm gonna share the experience with you. I hope that I find some really good cameras in this.
Where's my other sock?
So I'm gonna start with this box here, and this is I'm gonna throw out the box obviously, but what I find in this box is this is an Instamatic camera. To be honest with you, even though I collect cameras, I don't like cameras that I cannot use. And these Instamatic cameras are just cameras that, I could probably research how to modify 35mm. Actually, no, it's too much work. So I just put these in a closet, not my closet where I keep my cameras, my film cameras. I don't value these very much. I'm just collecting them, and one day I'll just sell them probably on eBay in bulk. And it also came with some flash units in there. I'll keep these flash units most likely, just because they're kind of harder to come by. So there's another flash here as well. So let's move on to the next camera. So what do we have here? What we have here next is this camera here. It's called the Hero waterproof camera. So I took a glance at this camera and I see that it's in a waterproof casing, and this casing can easily be you can basically take the camera itself out of the casing. It's not a disposable camera, it's actually a camera that you can actually reuse. So I appreciate that. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna keep this in my film camera closet. It's a focus-free. It has a focus-free lens on it, which is a good thing. So I actually value cameras like that. Because you never know, one day when we go to the beach finally, I may bring this camera with me. And I have a digital camera here. It's the Kodak EasyShare C533. No comments. I've already given my thoughts about digital, especially old digital cameras. I don't value them much. Oftentimes they're like 2 megapixels, and oftentimes I find that there's something wrong with them. This one actually is 5 megapixels, and if it works, I will clean it up and I will save it for my daughter, because she likes digital cameras, so it's good for her to play with them. I'm trying to build that interest in her, so that's a good thing if it works. Then also there was another digital camera in here, and the thing with buying a lot of cameras is that it's the luck of a draw, right? Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't. And the deal I have with the lady is that she'll sell me the box, but I have to buy all the cameras together. I can't pick and choose. So this camera came with this lot, And as you can see, it's I hope it works. If this camera actually works, I mean, I don't mind taking a digital camera out for a spin. I don't mind using digital cameras at all. I don't have a problem with that, as long as it works, right? I'm not a fan of digital cameras, but I will use a digital camera if I have to, right? Or sparingly, but I will use it if it actually works. This is a 6 megapixel camera, so it's not so bad, right? And I do hope that this camera actually works. So that also came with it. And let's see. Oh look, another digital camera. But this camera feels very solid. It's beautiful. It looks like it's in very good shape. It's 2.1 megapixels. The thing with digital cameras is you're always chasing the megapixels, right? And that is really one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of digital cameras. Unlike film cameras, even this camera that I showed you, this is a 35mm camera, so depending on the lens, you still get a full frame image, right? So that is a beautiful thing. Whereas a supposedly advanced camera like this is 2.1 megapixels, so you're limited by the megapixel capacity or the specs on this camera, even though the build quality of this camera is like way above that waterproof camera that I just showed you. However, this camera is actually quite beautiful, and I will certainly be saving this camera if it works. And I do hope that this camera works as well. And let's keep looking through this box here. So I think this is a film camera for a change, and it is a film camera. And this camera is the Fujifilm DL27T. And as you can see here, it's actually there's actually film in it. So I'm certainly going to continue shooting it, and I'll develop this film later, and I'll see what images I find in there. That's also one of the things that I'm always curious to find out, what images are actually on the film. So this seems like a decent point and shoot camera. I think I have one that is similar from my previous unboxing, but we'll see. But this is decent. So what's next? And next in this box over here we have, okay, this is another camera that I cannot use. So it's the Vivitar Tele 835, and I think from this sticker over here that it says that this camera uses 110 color print film, which I don't think I can use this at all. I think I have some spools. I could possibly re-spool 35mm onto a 110mm spool and be able to reuse it. I have to look into it, but I'll look into it actually, because I'm always curious. I like to experiment with my cameras. I don't just like keeping my cameras on the shelf without being used. So I'll certainly look into that. And boy, another digital camera, old digital camera. This one is 3.2 megapixels. Yeah, so so many digital cameras in this lot, guys. It's the luck of the draw. Sometimes you win, sometimes not so much. And for me, as a film camera collector, I will keep this, but yeah, another digital camera, old digital camera. Okay, so let's keep going through this lot. You know what? So then there's a film camera. It's a cheaply built film camera. It's very plasticky. It's plastic, but I see some features on it that I like. I see it has the flash mount here, so it can accept some flash units. The film counter looks interesting to me, and it's an interesting design actually. It's an interesting design. So my experience with that camera that I shot, and I'm going to put a link right up there so you can add it to your playlist. My experience with that camera, that cheap camera that I shot with the last time, really taught me not to underestimate cameras like these. So I have a new found respect for these cameras. So I never underestimate them anymore. So that's a good thing. And what do we have here? Oh, look. So here, Diana. I've always wanted this camera, and finally I have the Diana camera, the notorious and famous Diana camera. So this is actually one of the cameras that it's one of the iconic cameras in the lomography movement. So it's one of those cameras that gives interesting images depending on each particular camera. Each camera has its own unique look. It doesn't give you the clearest images, but it will certainly give you interesting images. And so I'm so glad that I actually have a Diana camera now. So that is awesome. And let's keep digging. What is in this one? Okay, this is a flash unit, which is a Speedlight 155A Canon Speedlight, which is great because this actually will work with my Canons. So this is beautiful. I actually really like this. Wow, that's good. I like this a lot. So that came with this lot. So that's gonna be a keeper for sure. There's another flash unit here. I'm not sure. I think this is for this Vivitar 110 camera here. I think. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Although the camera that is shown here looks similar, it's actually not. So this is a pocket universal electronic flash unit right there. I'm gonna open it, open the box. It came with so here it is. Wow, that's interesting. The mount is different, as you can see here. So I have to research this particular. Oh, I think this is for the Instamatic cameras. So as you can see, this mount is quite similar to this over here. So I think this would actually fit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and it does. See, just like that. So it's a flash unit that's specially designed for the Instamatic cameras. But since I can't really shoot with the Instamatic cameras, this will be just a novelty right now. So I'll keep it. I'll keep it in my other closet. But I mean, if I can't shoot with the camera, the value for it really goes down for me. So one day I'll probably sell them on eBay, these cameras that I actually can't shoot with. And there's another flash unit here. This one feels very light, and it came with I think a manual. And this, I like this, you know, I like this actually, with some guides in the back here. This is the Osram, and there's the mount. What I like about this is because it's so small, right? And I think I can actually use this for like my Holga camera. I can tell that this will work with my Holga camera. And I like small flash units like this because it's easy to pack this with my cameras, and you know, situations where I don't want to travel with a bigger flash unit. So I actually really like this. This is awesome. So I'm getting to the bottom of the box here, and this camera came with it as well. But this camera obviously is missing the battery compartment, the cover. I'll probably look on eBay to see if I can find an as-is or for parts unit, and I can get a replacement. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna actually clean this up, take out this residue. They had some tape that was here. I'm gonna clean it up. So this is the Olympus AZ200 Super Zoom. So that's actually not a bad looking camera. I think the battery is dead because I tried turning it on, it wouldn't turn on. And I'm gonna see if this works. I think it probably will work. I just have to make sure. And this is how the inside looks. It's actually not bad at all. It's just this that seems to be missing, which I don't really mind. As long as it works, I will be more than happy to take it out for a spin. So I'm gonna clean it up nicely, and I'll see how it works. And the next camera is this one here, which is a good find. So this is a good find. I mean, consider that I got all these cameras for $15. Look at that. This is the Canonet 28 camera. It's a rangefinder camera. It's very solid. It's really well built. I just love the feel of it. And taking it out of the case, this is how it looks. It's just beautiful. It is simple. See, this is a camera that I wouldn't mind spending a weekend. I wouldn't mind spending a weekend in some exotic place with a camera like that. Just this camera. And just because it's very little distractions, it does what it's supposed to do. At least it has all the features that I need. The ASA settings will be on this one here. It's got the range dial, obviously with this dial over here. It's got your aperture control with this dial right here. And what else? Let me see if it's got, oh yeah. And guess what? It has a light meter built in as well, which is beautiful. The lens attached to this is a 40mm lens, which is great. It's an f2.8 lens. So just check this out. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful camera. Wow. And all this for $15. What else do I have here? This is an interesting find. This one here is a disc. I think back in the day they used to make these disc film units. I don't know how those worked. I need to research a bit more. So if I open the back here, this is how you open the back, by lifting this thing up, and then it opens up, and check this out. It's almost like a CD player, but the film would go in this and rotate, and then you will get your exposures through here, the lens set up through here, and as it rotates it would expose little slots on the disc that you insert. So it's quite an interesting setup. I don't think you can use those anymore, or you may find some on eBay. I wouldn't bet on it though. So this has become like a collector piece that I would just collect just for the sake of it. Other than that, it doesn't have much value for me. Last but not the least, this. I found this as well in the box, and I absolutely love this. And this is the Canon AV1 camera. Look at that. That's a beautiful little camera. So I've done a little bit of research about this camera, and it tells me that this is an aperture priority mode camera. You cannot shoot manual with this camera. Basically right now I have set this here. As you can see, the settings on this dial are auto, which is the a bulb mode, which allows you to shoot how long you want it to last for, and a 60 speed flash sync mode. And so I'm more than happy to shoot with this. I think there are times when I just want a camera that will shoot aperture priority mode. I don't want to have to do any work. I just want to point and shoot. As long as I set the aperture that I like, I want the camera to do all the work for me. So I took a look in and I realized that the light meter actually works as well. And I'll open the battery compartment here. You slide this open like that, and the battery compartment opens, and you can see that it's got, let me turn this around towards the light, and you can see that it's got some battery, it's got a battery in there already, and the battery seems to be still good. So I am totally stoked about this camera. It is beautiful, and look, it came with an extra lens as well. This particular lens here is f2.8, and I believe, oh look, this is a 28mm lens. Right here you can see that it's a 28mm lens, and that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That means I get the wide angle of this 28mm lens. That is beautiful. This will probably be my only 28mm lens that I have in my collection, and it's a Canon, which means that I can swap it with my other Canons. I have quite a few Canon cameras, so I am totally stoked about that. And it came with this extra lens as well, guys. Look, so much value, just so much value. And this is a 50mm lens, and it's f1.8. Beautiful. 50mm f1.8. Beautiful. So I am really excited. I think that this this more than pays for itself, because $15, and I got some cameras that I wasn't too excited about, but then again I got these other cameras that are totally awesome. I think between this camera here and this camera here, oh my gosh, and the other and these two cameras, even, you know, this one and this one here, I think between those four cameras, I think there's a lot of value in this purchase. Hey, so I just want to thank you for joining me on this episode of the vlog. If you did enjoy this video, please do click the like button, and if you have not already subscribed, please click the subscribe button. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe.